Hey you guys, and welcome to Catch Up, the series where I play games that I've never played before. Games that I only saw on covers of magazines, or games that I had to give back to a friend that lent it to me. Games that time forgot, and sometimes games that I really like, that I actually want to revisit. I wanted to create a series that was a little bit more lighthearted, that had more stuff about myself rather than just facts about a game. So, in today's episode, to kickstart this series, we're going to play the first game of a franchise that, although it's really weird, it's also awesome at the same time. We are talking about No More Heroes, so let's jump at it. You know, for the first episode of this series, I actually was planning to play a whole different game. But after the E3 Nintendo Direct and the announcement of No More Heroes 3, I decided it would be best if I went ahead and covered the first two games of the franchise in the first episodes. No More Heroes was a game released on the Nintendo Wii, a game that I always saw in magazines, but it never piqued my attention. It wasn't until I stumbled with Did You Know Gaming's video on Easter eggs in No More Heroes. There was my first glimpse of the gameplay and the style of the game, and you know what? It looked pretty cool. The fact that the main character looks like Johnny Knoxville always cracks me up, but that's enough about trivia. What about the game itself? Well, the phrase, "a simple story is easy to follow," is going to be the norm of this game. No More Heroes doesn't have a super detailed story that needs a lot of extra media to be enjoyed like an anime or a manga. Every bit of the story is self-contained in the game, be it cutscenes or dialogue boxes. When you start the game, you take control of resident otaku, ex-pro wrestler and avid swordsman, Travis Touchdown. He blasts off in his motorcycle and he starts talking to the player. He tells us about last night. Wasted at a bar, he meets a smoking hot babe named Sylvia. Of course, he offers her a drink and they talk. She convinces him to go to some building where he finds a guy armed to the teeth. So, with his trusty eBay-bought beam katana, he dispatches the aggressor. Afterwards, the babe tells him that he has become the rank 11th assassin of the United Assassin Association. And now, he's going to fight the rank 10 assassin. After a crash sequence, he enters the mansion of the wealthy Death Metal. Now, I'm going to do a little parenthesis here. You'll start with a tutorial, and let me tell you, it is a damn good one. It will teach you everything you can do in the game. It's not at all intrusive, and it only takes a couple of minutes. So instead of myself reading every single part of the instruction booklet for you, just play the damn tutorial, okay? Anyway, you fight a lot of guys in the house, and then you fight Mr. Death Metal himself, a super tattooed ex-Hot Topic manager with a really cool sword. You'll easily dispatch of him, and Sylvia will arrive with a cleaning crew. She will then inform Travis that he has become the rank 10 assassin, and strikes a deal with him. If he becomes the rank 1, she will sleep with him. That's your driving force to commit murder. A promise for sex. I think it's time to say that the game was inspired by old samurai flicks, so the weak motive the character has to move forward is actually understandable. After you finish the ranked match, you are thrown into the town of Santa Destroy, an open world environment that harbors the entrance to every mission in the game. The establishment of your friends, a bunch of balls belonging to a drunk Russian man, and trash containers that contain perfectly wearable t-shirts and a lot of money. Weird, last time I was looking for money in a trash container, the owner came out of the house with a gun and demanded my pants. That was a weird St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna stop the story for now, and start talking about the mechanics the game has. In this game, the overworld is not that big. It has stuffs and secrets to collect and harbors locations that help your progress, like Dr. Naomi's lab, where you can upgrade your beam katana, Thunder Ryu's dojo, your master's gym where you work on engines, Jesus Christ, a video store where you learn more lucha libre moves run by your best friend, Bishop, and a bar where you find Tokikov, the before mentioned drunk Russian man that teaches you extra moves. Travis lives in the middle of the town, in the hotel No More Heroes, with his cat Jean. He also has a really fast motorcycle, so traversal is not at all intrusive. The town is really compact, so you go from point A to point B really quickly. What I just told you about is the standard stuff, but what I haven't told you about is the weird ass mechanics. Soon after you finish the first match, you'll learn that for each subsequent ranked fight, you have to pay an admission fee to the association. A payment that has to come from your pocket. So we're put into a situation of making money. So, how would you do it in real life? Part-time jobs, of course! Shit like mowing the lawn, rescuing cats in the neighborhood, capturing scorpions in the desert, defusing landmines in the local beach, you know, regular jobs! And you can do also some assassination contracts that actually make money. Now, many people have said that this is a strategy to pan out the game time. And in regular cases, that would be it. But if this game has showed me anything, is that it does everything either for a comedic effect or to illustrate something. The game wants you to work to get to the good stuff. And of course, it's funny the fact that one of the most implacable assassins in history mows the lawn for old lady Jenkins to pay for his next match. Come on, it's funny. The assassination contracts have multiple objectives, like killing a single target or fighting multiple enemies. These are fun distractions from the main missions. Speaking of which, each mission is composed by 2 parts: getting to the boss while killing a lot of cannon fodder enemies, and the boss fight itself. And surprise, I loved every single one of these levels. Every single one has a different setting, so you're never doing the same thing over and over. For example, you visit Destroy Stadium twice in the game, but in each one you do something different. For example, the first time is a regular stage with a baseball minigame slapped in the middle to mix things up. But the second time you're here, you kill a bunch of enemies with your motorcycle in the playing field. Another example is the metro station level, where you play a top-down shooter like Galaga because Travis fell asleep in a dream sequence. I cannot make this shit up, it's amazing. Finally, we can top this gameplay section with the combat. The game utilizes a bunch of fighting mechanics that blend together both motion controls and regular button inputs to create one of the most satisfying combat systems ever. Every time you deplete the health bar of an enemy, you execute them with a motion prompt, which feels much more immersive. This also happens when you execute a wrestling move, especially against bosses. It feels amazing to fight a boss with tooth and nail and slamming them to the ground with a suplex. It's a highlight for me. Now you know the bare essentials of No More Heroes, and I really hope you give the game a try. But if you actually want to see what happens next in the story, you can check my next video on the spoilers of No More Heroes. But that's going to be enough from me for today. Thank you all you guys for watching. If you want to follow me on social media, all my links are in the description below. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more of Catch Up, and I will see you guys later. Take care!